for the Chargers, along with Keandre Lambert-Smith, who's going to take it and take the knee for the touchback to start this game and field. They're going to send Njoku in motion and pitch it to Hampton on first down. Looking to get to the edge, and he loses a yard. Well covered by this 49. On second down and 11, fake it to Hampton. Quick throw to the outside, and it's a catch for Charlie Kohler, one of the big additions this offseason. He'll take it for 9 yards and set up third down and 2.
Big addition is right. He's 6'6", 250 pounds. Left side of the screen, you can't get more wide open than this. Herbert does a good job of getting him the ball, and if he doesn't stumble here, he's going to pick up the first down with ease. But that little stumble there cost him.
And this is all we've heard, the quick throws to put the receivers in best position to get yards after catch. That's all Mike McDaniel's been about. Another play action pass. Herbert over the middle, and it's incomplete. Too high for Ladd McConkey, and now a decision.
That's one series, just 3 plays. We'll see if that holds.
So J.K. Scott is going to come out for the punt on the misfire. Herbert looking for his #1 target. Meanwhile, Deebo Samuel is back to receive this punt, re-signing with San Francisco just about a week ago after spending last season in Washington. Scott, known for his hang time, is going to put it high up there and let Samuel call for the fair catch. They'll let it bounce, takes a Chargers bounce inside the 15 and rolls all the way inside the 10. A beautiful percent. Kalon Black, the rookie third-round pick out of Indiana, is the running back. No Christian McCaffrey, who's been dealing with injury through training camp. They're going to pitch it to Black on first down, surge through the hole and across the 10-yard line, pick up 5 yards. Tonight's players to watch are sponsored by Mazda, cars crafted for those who choose to do more than simply move. And on the defensive side, T.Y. Edwards has been a preseason standout the last 2 years.
And Tomlinson did not play last week against the Texans, but T.Y. is a fun guy to watch. He had that big interception last year. Nothing like a big man interception, right?
I would agree. I mean, I can't think of many things, at least. Second down and 5. Tonjes, the motion man. Pump fake and a delivery and a catch going for 4 yards is going to go to Deebo Samuel and set up third down and short. Dean Leonard comes up with a tackle, has been their #1 gunner for the Chargers since he's entered the league 5 years ago from Ole Miss, but still trying to showcase himself as a defensive back as well.
Tremendous competition throughout the defense. The secondary, don't know how many players are going to keep.
Keeping Black in there in the backfield, 5'10", 208. They give it to him on third and short. Looks like he gets just enough to move the sticks. Ran into Deion Henley, the leading tackler for the Chargers last year with 103, but Henley just a half step too late.
Yeah, Henley with back-to-back 100 tackle years. #0. Lets them square up, but that's a good job of Black just turning his shoulder and pivoting to pick up the first down.
He was such a critical part of Indiana's national championship team last year, and our first penalty of the game is going to bring out Craig Rolstad.
False start. Offense, number 89. It's a 5-yard penalty. First down.
That's Luke Farrell, the 6th-year man out of Ohio State. Will move them back 5 yards. And that was something that Justin Herbert talked about through the week, getting his opportunity as the first-team offense is you don't want pre-snap penalties. That's the biggest thing that you tend to see through these preseason games. You want clean football. Demarcus Robinson, the motion man on first and long, and over the middle, it's tipped, and it was open and available for R.J. Mickens. Instead, it's incomplete.
Trying to squeeze it into Deebo Samuel, and this is a forced pass. Watch number 19, right side of the screen. He's open early, but waiting for him to get farther across the field is going to cost Purdy on this one. Lucky that one wasn't picked off. Chargers would have had unbelievable field position if it had been.
Cam Hart with the tight coverage there. Jim Harbaugh getting a look at his first-team defense. No Khalil Mack and no Derwin James for the entire preseason. There's another quick throw and catch to the outside, and the grab made by the rookie out of Ole Miss, Dejon Stribling.
Stribling, he looks like a veteran to me. A rookie out of Mississippi, but watch how he catches the ball out away from his body with his hands. Tremendous set of hands here, working against Cam Hart. Ball thrown away from the defender. First catch for Stribling.
Makes it 3rd down and 4 after the pickup of 11. Purdy. A strike right back to Stribling for a 1st down catch. He just got past Tony Jefferson, picks up 6 and keeps the drive alive. Now for the Magic Keys to the game, sponsored by Disneyland Resort. Magic Key Annual Pass. And our 3 keys today feel like a little bit of a Groundhog Day at the top.
Yeah, that's what preseason's all about. Getting to that game 1 of the regular season as healthy as possible.
On 1st down, it's a pitch. It's Black. He disappears into the pile, gains a yard. 2nd and 9 upcoming. This San Francisco team that is working through a number of injury issues themselves. They brought in Christian Kirk. He's been dealing with injury. Offensive line has been a bit battered down. They're waiting for George Kittle to make his return. Christian McCaffrey, as mentioned, still has been out of practice. On the defensive side, they've dealt with, on all 3 levels, different injury issues. Nick Bosa still working himself back after a season ender last year. Fred Warner has been in practice, which has been a good sign for the Niners, as Black runs into a wall initially, but kept the feet moving to the 35-yard line and sets up 3rd and manageable.
These teams worked against each other on Tuesday in a very spirited practice for both teams. Consensus was that the Chargers outplayed the 49ers, especially in the passing game, but 49ers coming out with this drive starting deep in their own end have been impressive so far, thanks to Stribling.
Jim Harbaugh was just pleased with how open receivers were getting. Of course, the devastating news was what Jamie told us before the game. Tyler Biadasz out for the foreseeable future, and another on-time delivery to Stribling. His 3rd catch again for a 1st down.
Well, he had 7 catches last week against the Titans, and he's off to another great start. Slant route left side of the screen, and again it's showing a great pair of hands there to secure the catch.
They believed in him. They went up to get him in the 2nd round. Team highs in receptions and yards last week, as mentioned, against Tennessee. An impressive first performance as McCormick gets no gain on that carry. As Charger defense, 1st year under Chris O'Leary, defensive coordinator, coming over after calling the plays on the defensive side for Western Michigan, was the safeties coach for the Chargers 2 years ago. They're littered with talent even without Mack and Derwin James for the preseason. You think about what they could look like at all 3 levels. Dalvin Tomlinson, we mentioned, being the big addition for the starting unit. There's a look at O'Leary, who's going to call the defense from the field. In fact, both coordinators for the Chargers will be down on the sidelines through the season, calling their respective units. Empty set for Purdy. Looking to get away. Purdy trying to escape away from Dupree. And he does gain a couple yards to set up 3rd and 7 on the pickup of 3.
If there's any question if he's 100% because of that turf toe, I think that little move there, there's a lot of pressure on their right foot. He spins out of the pocket and then shows just enough speed to get away from Dupree and safely out of bounds.
So the Chargers have struggled to get this Niners offense off the field. Kyle Shanahan, always so creative. Of course, the connection with Mike McDaniel going back so many years as they grew together in the coaching world. And Shanahan has had some outstanding seasons, and he's looking to get his team back to the playoffs after some disappointing ones as well. And that's an excellent play made by Elijah Molden coming up to break that up and force a punt for this Niners offense.
Yeah, that was really a quick move by Molden. Left side of the screen, you see he almost has a shot at picking this one off, but he made sure wrapping his arms around the receiver and knocking the ball loose.
So beyond just the offense and the defense, the special team starters are going to be out there as well, and that includes Darius Davis for the Chargers, one of the most dangerous return men in the entire NFL. Corliss Waitman is going to send it away for San Fran. Davis back inside the 10-yard line. Will let it bounce into the end zone, and a proper decision. So 12 plays for that Niners offense, but didn't get it past midfield. The J.K. Scott punt allowed for Molden to eventually finish it off. Stay scoreless midway through the parts. The quick penetration by this Niners front forces him backwards, and Romello Height, the rookie out of Texas Tech, makes the play. Trey Lance, we mentioned it last week, had some really bright moments. He did have the one mistake with the interception towards the red zone.
Well, he obviously has a background with McDaniels because he did spend a year with him in San Francisco. So the terminology and the way McDaniels like to call the game, very familiar to him.
Njoku again in motion on 2nd down and 12, and Lance puts it right into the pocket for his intended target. The catch made by Brennan Thompson. We saw a couple of really impressive route runs and just open opportunities for the rookie last week, his first catch here in week 2.
Well, look how far off the defensive back is playing. Often to the inside. Easy pitch and catch that time, but he has blazing speed. And you can see the respect that he gets from the 49er corner, Renardo Green.
We asked Trey Lance about Thompson. He said he tracks the ball so well for his size and speed. He said he didn't know he's ever played with a player that's as fast as him, but he's a complete wide receiver. He does everything. Now on 3rd down and 3, Lance gets rid of it. There is Mitchell with a catch and run and a first down. That is exactly what Mike McDaniel envisioned when he put up a wanted poster for this guy in the Chargers facility. The Comfort Zone is sponsored by Jerome's Furniture, your comfort zone for quality and style. And Amarion Hampton definitely seems to be in the comfort zone with Mike McDaniel's offense. He said he likes it a lot, something that not a lot of teams do. So it's going to be super exciting. I know how special this offense can truly be, especially as they keep getting comfortable. And Hampton, really that power back. You've got Mitchell with the speed out of the backfield as well. On the roll and the delivery, Keandre Lambert-Smith, who had a big day last week in Houston, picks up 8.
That's really a smart call by McDaniels to get Lance out of the pocket. Take advantage of his athletic ability, his speed, his ability to throw on the run. That was a well-designed play and another wide-open receiver.
You mentioned it with McDaniel. He loves Keandre Lambert-Smith and what he's seen in camp. But Trey Lance, when we talked to him about KLS, he said he's been making plays since OTAs last year. You just love what you can do when the ball is in his hands. Mitchell, that hesitation move got him a little extra space, and then he got dragged forward. Maybe gains half a yard to make it 3rd down and short. Diamador Lenore, the veteran, coming from the defensive backfield to make the tackle.
And it's going to be fun to watch the combination. You touched on it a little bit with Hampton and Mitchell. Mitchell with blazing speed, and Hampton, the power, the difficult guy to tackle. Thunder and lightning, huh?
No question. And Kamani Vidal, who really came on strong last season, is back now in year number 3 after being taken in the 6th round back in 2024. Had 643 rushing yards last season. They believe they have a 3-headed monster. 3rd down and 2. Lance is going to let it fly. With a step, it's Thompson, and it's incomplete. Just a little bit too far in front, and no flag comes in. There was good coverage down the field from Renardo Green.
Boy, it looked like at the end of that play, Green tackled Thompson before he had a chance to really take off and make an effort on this ball. Watch number 0. Yeah, that is as close to pass interference as you're going to find. He grabbed him around the shoulder, then the leg, but no flag.
That's what Lance was looking for. Deebo Samuel back out for another punt return opportunity. Scott pinned them inside the 10 on his first chance. He's going to look to do the same here. Fair catch called for, and this time Samuel will bring it in at the 12-yard line. So similar opening drive to the first. 42. They went 5 and 3 with Purdy on the sideline and Jones under center. Dribbling the motion man, Black the running back, and he bursts forward on 1st down to the 15-yard line. He'll gain 4.
That's a byproduct of a good system, and obviously the Shanahan system has been so successful regardless of who's playing quarterback. But Jones has that experience. This is his 6th year in the NFL and a valuable backup.
There was so much chatter back in 2021 when he got drafted 15th by New England that San Francisco was interested in him at 3. Instead, they went with Trey Lance now with the Chargers, and those two facing off as backup quarterbacks. Into the very capable arms, Delshon Phillips making the tackle to force a no-gain play and a 3rd and 6 for this Niners offense.
There was good penetration that time by Garmon Randolph. Got in the backfield, spun the runner, spun him around, and kept him to a short gain.
Randolph?
Yeah.
Where's Mortimer?
He's somewhere. It's preseason, right?
That's right. It was the Dukes, 3rd and 6. Chargers bring 4. Jones steps up in the tight window. Guess who? Stripling with another catch and a big gain across the 35. R.J. Mickens finally halts him, but a 22-yard pickup.
And this guy's a rookie, huh? He does not look like a rookie. Over the middle, in a crowd, concentrates on the catch, gets the ball right to the body. Fine throw by Mac Jones.
So we'll see if it will be the Niners to be the first team to get into enemy territory. Tonjes is in there. They fake the pitch. Free runner. Jones lofts it over the top for Farrell. And the catch and run will be another first down pickup of 12.
Well, he didn't quite get across the midfield. They're going to mark it about 6 inches short. So you jinxed him.
Yeah, you're putting it on me, the broadcaster's jinx. You're a believer?
Absolutely.
You could feel it when you were playing?
Well, I felt a lot of things, but I did not feel that.
So first down from just at midfield. And the handoff. The extra effort, and Black staying on his feet will pick up 8. Tony Jefferson, the final man there to stop him in his tracks.
Kalen Black has been impressive. He really comes hard at the line of scrimmage, and at 5'9", 208 pounds, has got power. And you love to see a running back when he's tackled heading towards the goal line.
He's got 7 carries for 24 yards in this opening quarter. Now 2nd down and 2. They go right back to him. And a big hole for Black. Gets upended in the secondary across the 35-yard line. A big hit down low by Avery Smith, the rookie.
Well, the quickness here, and great vision. One cut right there. But how about that tackle?
Well, Jim Harbaugh was so excited about the 2 rookie defensive backs, Avery Smith and Genesis Smith, along with Rodney Shelley for that matter. Meanwhile, Jones lofts it, sideline, separation, and dribbling dropped what might have been a touchdown.
Well, he's human after all, I assume. Yeah, he knows he should have had that one. That's a heck of a throw by Mac Jones. Good protection for Jones. Little pump fake, and then right over the shoulder, right to those gloved hands, and down to the ground. Definitely going to be a touchdown as he gets behind Leonard.
Stripling already has 4 catches for 46 yards in this first quarter. That one would have broken the seal on this ball game. Instead, Sincere McCormick spun around, staying up, and gets to the 30-yard line to set up 3rd down and 7. T-Raw Edwards, big number 96 for the Chargers with the stop, and sets up again a 3rd and 7, the same way the Chargers got the Niners offense off the field on the first possession.
Very vanilla type of offense for San Francisco. Not a lot of movement or shifting. Remember, these teams play each other in the regular season at the end of the season in game 15.
That'll be right here on December 17th. This drive now the 9th play. Jones going to step up, try to tuck it, and he won't get very far. Good pursuit by this Chargers front, and Garmin Randolph making another play to make it 4th down.
Not sure he'll get credit for a sack. I think he may have, Jones may have picked up a half a yard or so. That's unfortunate that Randolph couldn't pick up a sack there, because he certainly had the effort.
And before this field goal will be attempted, we go to 000s on the first quarter clock. So it'll be a 4th down and